Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Vance Williams out of Seattle, here in the United States. Victor's with me, who's in Australia. Good morning, Victor. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm great, Vance. I'm really good, mate. It's been a pretty good day already. So hopefully we'll get in that and show people a few charts and talk about a few trades.
Right on, right on, right on. Okay, so I wanted to just real quickly say, hey, we have about 1,000 of you guys coming each month from the internet to our site. And I just want to point out, if you guys are looking for, eight things, that book, like on Google, I just want to show you real quick. It's right here on the right at forexartofwar.com, and you're also going to get the first of a three-part series, the first battle, and we'll also keep you posted on what we're going to talk about on the shows and when they're going to happen. And pretty soon we're going to just start doing shows when things are happening. So you guys do get on that mailing list. And that's about it for that. Let me close out of that. Go back to me. Let's see. We've got some great stuff for you guys this morning. We have several segments now on the show. First, we're going to be giving you some of the most accurate analysis that you'll find in forex trading. We'll show a featured trade from yesterday that one of our team took, and then we'll address a couple of questions. So stay tuned for that, because there will probably be something insightful. Now, for those who know Victor, Victor went through my entire training program. He's now trading a live account, doing very well. It's a bonus that he loves analysis and he's helping others, which is why I've asked him on the show. So how are things down under this morning? Anything catch your eye while I was sleeping?
Yeah, I think it's one of the advantages, Vance, of living where I do is that I get to trade the London session and the two pairs that I trade, thanks to all working through the four levels in your program, is the pound dollar and the euro dollar. More so the pound dollar, because we talk about this, that it's the speculator's currency, and we certainly saw that today. There were some really nice trades on that. In the early analysis I posted it about roughly about 4 hours ago on the site, and looking at the EU, it had gone to the top of the range. So there was a trade on there yesterday that one of our traders, Matt, took, that we'll showcase a little bit later. But for me, there was really nothing there unless it pushed out of that range. So I was sort of just pushing off to the side, but I was very, very interested in the pound dollar and looking at the 170 mark there. And that's after Carney's speech today. There was a very, very advanced trade before the speech, but the bread and butter, beautiful price logic trade that we all look for, the price advance, the pullback, and the second push, it actually happened twice within the space of about an hour. So there was two really beautiful trades there just after Carney's speech. It was quite easy to take.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, let's pop over to the chart and take a look at that real quick, see
That'd be
what
that'd
happened.
be great.
Unfortunately, I think when you speak, it's going to cause it to come back to you. So keep that in mind as we talked a little bit about this morning. So I'm gonna go over this, I think. Okay, so I see. Let's go back to the 30-minute. We always need a context, guys. There are five elements involved in assessing your probability of winning, and one of them is price direction. Which way do you think it's going to go, and what's the best quality of information that you can use to make that determination? And that all comes from logic, and logic it's not algorithms and indicators and candles. It's repetitive human behavior, and that's where price logic comes in. Price logic is beyond price action trading. It's about actually being able to see the repetitive behavior of what people are doing and how that contributes to your setup. And so we have a couple of things that we look for. First of all, we're looking for the money to turnover, the overall volume to turn over here. We just use a couple simple moving averages, but then price has to advance. Now, Victor talked about a little bit of advanced trade here. I'm going to skip that for now, since that only applies to a few people. But when this price takes off out of here and it comes through this level right here and it's advancing, what we want to look for is to see if there's a strong enough move, if that advantage is strong enough to get in and out of the trade with good risk management. And Victor's saying that that's what we got, right, Victor?
Yeah, spot on, Vance. I'll let you continue with the chart so I don't get my head in the way.
Well, your head's not that bad to look at, buddy.
You're very kind.
All right, so what we do is probably start our fib from here. we want to know how big that movement is, and you can see if you a little tiny. Well, I got it off there, but little tiny dots there. It's 35. By the way, you should notice that there's, even though it's a show, we're actually giving you guys some pretty incredible training, well, education on what we do. And you're going to see, if you follow this show, you're going to see how accurate this stuff is. But as you can see right there, it's kind of small, but it says 35.3 pips. So that's a nice move that we've got there. I could probably drag it up just a touch more. We'll call it 34.4. But you see, once we've got that context, price makes a strong move. We're looking for a pullback to 38.2 or more. And so the pattern that we're looking for, the most repetitive behavior in the world, remember, behavior is the key to logic, is this pattern right here. So that's what we're looking for. So if you see, it does that. Pulls up, pulls back, shoots in. So Victor, you caught this trade right here?
Oh, look, it was a beauty. And we've talked about this. We talked about this last week as well, as that our bias is to the upside, means we're looking to hold our trades a little bit longer. And so I was pretty comfortable holding that up to, I think it was about 170.31 that I got out. So it was about a 2R on that trade.
Oh, right on. Good job. So 2 times risk on that one. Very nice.
Yep.
You guys, that gives me an opportunity to point out that once you've got a long-term trend, which we didn't have for 5 years, we can actually hold positions and make even more. So great job on that, Victor. Nice work.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit to see this next trade. That range, if you recall, was 34. We're going to get rid of that fib. We're, again, looking for this pattern, and here it comes right here where it takes off. It looks kind of small. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the size of it first. It's 22 points, or 23 pips. And so that barely qualifies as a tradable range. And, you also want to keep in mind, and this is something that we train on, this move is smaller than the previous one. So we want to be really conservative on our targets when we get into a weaker trade. So right here, when this pushes, pulls back, and pushes again, going to call it good. The behavior's played out. So if it gets anywhere near that former high, the second push has occurred. But there it is again. And we had a number of our traders, I noticed, checking over in our community that actually caught this one as well. Did you take the second one too, Victor?
No, look, Thursday is my end of the week. I don't trade Fridays. So I've had, I'm very humble about my results because you never know what's around the corner, but I have a lot of faith and belief in myself too. But I was very happy taking that, and yeah, I just watched that one.
Bravo, bravo. So yeah, I mean, and also, something to note there is, hey, it went from 34 to 23. It's showing weakness, and this is probably just a little last gasp. And look at this, guys. Look what happens. This is actually the move that we're looking at right here. It's only 13. So strong, medium, weaker. It's showing some exhaustion. So we'd really like to see price stretch up above here with more strength than, say, 22, 23 to consider another trade this morning. All right, so lots of good stuff there. I mean, the most repeated pattern, price logic based on behavior. Lots of good stuff for you guys this morning. Let's pop over to the euro. The euro yesterday was interesting. One of the things I want to point out about the euro, and you guys will see this right away as soon as I talk about it. I want you to look at these moves. 63 pips, 51 pips. So the euro, this one's a little bit bigger, but these are, let's look at these. From here down to the bottom, 64 pips, 66 pips. So the euro's showing you that when it makes a move, it only tends to move like 50, 60 pips. And so our traders actually some of our traders took this trade coming out right here. Get that out of the way. This trade right here. And the ones that were really quick on the trigger, that have a little bit more experience, they got it in and out at a good price. I mean, really some flawless execution. But some of our traders who are practicing, they basically had their targets a little bit higher, and it didn't quite work out, which is fine. It's all practice right now. But I want you to notice that this moved 52 pips. Right? I mean, that's basically the movement. So if it moves 52 pips and you want to catch 30 going up to 80, guess what? The euro doesn't move 80 pips lately. So something to keep your eye on. Now, what we're really watching for here is we're watching for the euro to make a move above this area right here. Okay, because that takes it into a new range that it hasn't been in for a while, which you guys can see. So this stuff over here, this is different policy, different time. But we'll probably see this move up into here. And if we were to look at that, that's 30 pips. So it would probably move above this range, stop here, and move on. That's what we're looking for there. Let's see. Quick look at the Australian dollar. Not interested. Quick look at the Kiwi. Let's go 30-minute. Okay, so potentially something here. I'm just going to, instead of putting a bar there, I'm going to go ahead and just put a price here. Look for something to stretch out above there. You've got some strength right here. If that strength continues and breaks, gives you a big enough range, something to think about, especially for those of you practicing. Anything to add, Victor?
No, everything was on the pound dollar, and that's all I needed to watch today, so I'm very happy with that.
Okay, so now we're going to, by the way, I'm still working on this whole lighting thing in here. Like Victor says, I guess surgical white works the best. Look at Victor's, go ahead, Victor, talk.
Yeah, this is what you need. You need a big fluoro light above your head like you're in an operating surgery, mate.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll move it to an operating room. That's almost appropriate, right?
That's
so
what
anyway,
we do.
well, you know, I was testing the lighting yesterday, and then when Victor came on, he actually saw this. Victor, I solved the lighting, but I can't see a damn thing.
That's great.
Anyway, so it goes. You know, this is how things evolve. Anyway, what we want to do is we want to give you guys real value, real insight into what's happening. You know, let me move this up here so I can see, look at you guys a little better. Okay, so the next segment, what we want to talk about this morning is feature trade. Victor, we're going to have that same issue again, where if you talk, we're not going to see the screen. Let me just go ahead and show everybody. Matthew, you want to talk? It's trade number 12, right?
Yeah, that's right. I had to flick through the forums yesterday, and I'm just trying to find a trade of the week from any of our traders, whether in level 1, level 2, level 3. And the one I sort of caught my eye was that Euro trade you've just discussed. It was from Matt in our level 3 group. It was really well executed. It was a very nice trade.
Excellent. So I'll just kind of take a look at this. Oh, we got to show the screen again. Dun, 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 dun. No producers around here to tell us what to do. We like it that way, right, Victor?
We're free.
We can do whatever we want, can't we? All right, so here we got Matt. This is trade 12. This is his second series of trading his plan. We go 10 trades by 10 trades in the community, and everybody in the community works together here. But Matt's doing a great job. I expect him to start live trading very soon. But he's one of those traders who caught just right. And just an excellent job. You can see how, you look at that pattern, up, pull back, second push. And you see, boom. And by the way, it just hit his target by like half a pip and took him out. You know, extremely well done. Any thoughts on that trade, Victor?
Oh, look, yeah, it was really well executed, and he just followed all it was a price advance. It was a nice pullback, and then he got the second push right at the right level. But what is interesting also, Vance, is that within the forum, like Vance posted this in real time, so the two charts above what you're showing now is actually when he'd put his orders into the market. So it creates a lot of honesty in the forum, and I think everyone who is in our training program really appreciates that. So it was a great job, Matt. Well done, mate.
Yeah, great job, Matt. Hey, what Victor pointed out is, look, this trade, he's showing it in real time. Everyone posts in real time, so there's no way to pretend that you did something you didn't do. See, this is already posted before it's hit the target or the stop, and this is how we roll at forexartofwar.com. You either can do it or you can't do it, and that's just the way it is. But you know what? The reason why it's important for you to post in real time is because it immediately shows what you know. Hey, this know now. Shows us the weaknesses, shows where we need to do some work, and also shows us what you're doing very well. So basically, swing the bat. And Matt, hey, great job, buddy. Next segment, let me pop back. Hi, everybody. In this last segment here, we want to address some of the questions. We get a lot of questions, as you guys might imagine, that fly in here. And I asked Victor to pick a couple of questions. So, Victor, if you can do that. What's the first question?
Yeah, sure, Vance. We get a lot of questions, and now I've got a little bit more sort of control over the email. I'm having great fun picking them out for you. First one's from Cameron, and he's in the UK. He says, is there any reason why you choose the chart colors that you do?
Oh, wow, I haven't had that one yet. Yeah, actually, I have gotten asked by a few people, how come you chose blue and black and white? I mean, I've had all kinds of colors, guys, over these 10 years of doing this. No, there's a specific reason why I'm using these particular colors. Let me just go ahead and show that screen. Start screen. So you see the blue background, the white candles, the black. The reason why I do this is because I work with a lot of people, and some people can't see blues and reds very well. Some people have troubles with other colors. Over the years from working with people, I found out that this is the colors that everybody can see clearly. So the reason why I use blue and black and white is just so everybody who's learning or watching the show or price can actually see what we're talking about. And who was that asked that question, Victor?
That was Cameron from the UK.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, thanks for the question, Cameron. Do we have another one, Victor?
Yep. Paul Lee from Singapore, and this is a good one. I'd be very interested to talk with Paul again. Is there a logic to trading certain times of the day? He asks.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, see that. Anytime anybody asks about logic, I'm there. Yeah, there absolutely is a logic, and this is an opportunity for everybody to kind of tune in and take a couple notes. First of all, about 40% of all transactions on the Forex market come out of the London hub. Okay, London's open from, write this down, about 3 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern. And so that's the period where you're going to have most of the transactions. It also overlaps with the U.S. market that comes in around 8:30 a.m. So you also have the currencies, which are the U.S. dollar, which is 40% of the money in Forex. The pound, 8% of the liquidity in Forex, and the euro, 20% of the liquidity in Forex. So there's not only a logic to the time of day, there's also logic to the currency pairs that we focus on, right? Because you're going to get the most consistent behavior from the biggest elephant in the room, right? So if you're trading the Australian dollar, for example, I know I'm a little off subject here, but if you're trading the Australian dollar, for example, it's 40% U.S. dollar against 3.5 or 4% Australian dollar. So it's an elephant with a raccoon on his back, right? So there's a logic to currency pairs. There's a logic to time of day. Usually the biggest player in the room is going to set the tone. And so that's going to cause most traders to gravitate to those times. And the most important thing that you need to know about time of day is that you need to pick specific hours that you trade, because the same people are going to be trading at those times, and it's the behavior that they display that's going to enable you to anticipate what's likely to happen. So if you're consistent at your time frame, let's say you do U.S. Open or you do London Open for 4 hours, whatever you do, if you're consistent at that, you're going to be there at the same time, the same people are there, and you're going to see the same patterns of behavior. It's no different from, think of two different friends that you have. One of them behaves this way, one of them behaves that way, right? One of them gets up early, one of them stays up late, right? And their behavior is different based upon your knowledge of their personality. It's the same thing. But the great part about, I think the behavior is more consistent during the London session, so that entire 8-hour period. But the other advantage of trading at that time of the day is that you're going to get more trades. There's more volume, there's more action, you're just going to get more trades. So yeah, absolutely, there's a logic, there's a underlying behavior that we look at that causes us to focus on that particular time frame. Now somebody's saying, hey, I can't be there at that time. That's a real common thing that I hear. Well, I mean, you can practice during the Asian session if you have, say, like a 9-to-5 job out there, you're working in the U.S. You can practice during the Asian session, and once you do all the work and get better at it, you'll get good at mobile apps. And really, full-time trading requires only about 5 minutes a day once you know what you're doing. I mean, you're set up. There's either a deer in the field in your crosshairs, or it's just something that looks kind of like a deer, right? So what you're doing is you're monitoring the market, and boom, if there's one in the field, you go, now you're on it, now you focus. So it doesn't take a lot of time. So do the work on the off-period times, but then once you're ready to start really trading, you can just follow with mobile apps or whatever device. Victor, anything to add to that?
Look, I was just going to say, Paul, I hope you're listening, buddy, because that's a great answer. So thanks for going into depth about that. No, I'm lucky in Australia. That's the time I can trade. It's after work for me. It's during the night hours. I have my alerts set up like today. When that 170 level was crossed, the alert went off. I went to my charts, bang, that's exactly what I was looking for, took the trade. Yeah, it's all about 10, 20 minutes of trading.
Awesome, awesome. So, Victor, just want to also share with everybody again, forexartofwar.com, you can get on our mailing list, get these 2 free books, that'll really help you, give you some tremendous insights into Forex trading. And also, we're still going to leave this free consultation button. It's not something we're going to promote big. But if you want to meet with me or Victor, you can sign up there. We'll be happy to give you a little guidance free of charge. Nothing more to it than that. Let me pop back to myself here. I guess just for now, everyone, thank you for attending. Our next show, unfortunately, will not be until after the 4th of July. I'm taking a vacation, taking my kids on a trip. But Victor will be here posting awesome analysis while I'm gone. Some of our trading team will be in there on the page and on the forum that's related to it. They'll be giving you guys great insights. And so thank you in advance for that, Victor. Really appreciate it. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, definitely. It's a great opportunity, and in my own little humble way, I'll do the best I can. But just a little note for all traders out there that if Vance is taking this time off this week, have a real think about what the majority of, especially the US traders, are doing as well. So just be careful out there during this time.
Great advice. Okay, to our trading team that's tuning in, I'll see you guys coming up at the New York Open for our live trading room. Thanks again, Victor. And you guys just have a great day or night, depending on where you are in the world. Thanks, everybody.